Hey Yuki, welcome back. Let's get started with this corpse party, right? Right, let's see. Ooh, this chapter is called Pain. What the heck? Aside from Satoshi and my other friends who shared the experience with me, there wasn't a soul in this world who believed that Seiko Suzumoto, Rishige, or Miss Yue ever existed. That is not a good sign, you're right. This fact was really taking a toll on me, particularly in regards to Seiko.
大丈夫かナオミ。
もう平気。お母さんにも心配かけっぱなしでいられないもんね。
I was flashed a bright smile, brightest smile I could muster, though I'm still not entirely sure he bought it.
よかった。元気出してこうな。
These guys, they're never honest with each other. Yeah, Satoshi finally gets to see them. I hope we can play him soon.
ありがとう。心配しないで。
That night, all I could manage to do was stand perfectly still and stare at my desk. I was mumbling something, but I don't even know what. My eyes had glazed over. It was like I was in a trance, or maybe I just wanted to be. Hey, potato. Oh, what's with that face? I'm not the one who's wrong. I'm not wrong. She's real. It's everyone else. It's everyone else who's crazy.
人を信じられない人は地獄の効果で焼かれる。私の正しさを思い知れば私はいるんだ。私の友達は聖子、聖子、聖子。
She is losing her mind. Hey, Casey. Yeah, she's losing it. Didn't even realize I actually started writing. I was at my desk now, writing words in a notebook.
聖子、聖子。
Kept softly repeating her name to myself over and over again. The words started to sound foreign in my head, but I couldn't stop saying it, almost like I'd forget her if I did. Oh yeah, Shiro. Higurashi. My voice was getting firmer each time I said it, more demanding. And my writing was growing more feverish, more intense. Finally, the pencil broke in half under the strain. I gripped it so hard that it stabbed into my palm. Blood began to drip onto the paper. My head was hanging limply, but the rest of my body had stiffened. If anyone had seen me, I bet I would have been quite a sight. I could feel blood rushing to my head, my whole body quivered. No one remembers Seiko, Yuki. Except the people who were there, but they don't slowly remember over time. They don't slowly forget over time. I think she's just scared that she will forget. You know, she's just scared she will forget. Nothing's making her forget, though. I kind of feel like she's overreacting a little bit. Like, I don't think she, you know. She's the only one like this. Satoshi still remembers what Seiko looks like. She's panicking. See, what does she look like? My voice was strained, choking back a sentence I'd hope I'd never say. There were countless pictures of Seiko drawn in my notebook. And in every one of them, her face was blank. Throw the notebook from my desk. She's like, plus she's grieving too, you know. I slammed my hand on the desk with all my might and screamed as loud as my present constitution would allow. I opened up the photo album on my phone. There was this nagging sensation in the back of my head that I'd overlooked something. That is so creepy. You see that? This emptiness. I was absolutely bawling at this point. My face was a mess. But I had indeed overlooked something. I feel like the more she stares at this blank face, the more she will forget Seiko's actual face. I think she's actually hurting herself by keep looking at this. She's hurting herself. This is becoming Seiko's face in her mind. Like, stop looking at this. On the bottom right of the screen was an icon for an image modification. After a few menu selections, I found myself adjusting the picture's brightness. Beep beep, I kept hitting the button to turn it up higher and higher. And slowly, in the very center of the black void that had replaced Seiko's face, I could see something begin to form. I felt like I was on the verge of an incredible discovery, filled with a new hope I hadn't felt since before the incident at Shinozaki Estate. Oh no, what are we gonna see? There was still room to increase the brightness. There were still countless increments to go before I'd reach the phone's upper limit. I just kept pressing the button over and over, until finally, in the very center of the would-be face, I could make out an extremely faint pattern that looked like freehand lettering, spelling the name Sachi in hiragana. I see it. Sachi. Was that right? I'm certain that's what it said? Instinctively, I placed the phone screen closer to my eye. The limited resolution made this pointless, but I didn't care. It was so close. I was beginning to lose focus, but it still wasn't close enough to make sure that's what it said. I touched it to my forehead, as near my eye as I could get. At which point the letters latched onto my cornea. What? They literally attached themselves to my eye. The letters just attached to her eye. Yeah, Sachi. Sounds like Sachiko. They were there. No matter where I looked, I saw them. My vision had gone half white, obscured by the phantom letters. It took only a moment before the pain set in, and it was not insignificant. The eyes are always watching. I collapsed to the ground, hand ineffectively covering my eye. It was absolutely excruciating. I thought words couldn't hurt you. What was that saying about? That's around when my mom burst through the door. She looked like she was at the end of her rope, like she didn't believe anything was wrong, and I was probably just faking it. She was definitely more annoyed than concerned. Yeah, mom's had enough. With nothing more than a grunt, she grabbed me from behind, pinning my arm so I couldn't hurt myself. Fell backwards onto my rear, unable to resist her restraint. Jeez. Yeah, it's right there. Wow. My left eye was glazed over with tears and had gone as bloodshot as an eye could get. It's like a virus or something. Mom sounds different. Do you think maybe because she's angry? She just... Right on the cornea, white blister-like bulges were beginning to form, spelling Sachi. There was no way my mom could ignore or dismiss that. She quickly stepped back in shock. Finally, acknowledgement. Her breathing had quickened, but she didn't say a thing. She just left the room. It was too late. She was gone. Halfway across the house by the time I called out. I was sprawled in the corner of my room like a giant stuffed bear. At some point, I think I lost consciousness, but I'm still not really sure. I was starting to feel a little less tense, a little more relaxed. I looked up. At the prospect of actually discerning details in my room, my left eye reacted with a sharp, intense shot of pain. My vision was still half white.
目がそんなこれ夢じゃないの現実
What is that about? Like, what's happening now? Jeez. I could feel the pain of every pulse in every part of my body. It was almost unbearable. Yet,
お母さんどうしてるんだろう
she'd run out of the room in shock and obviously had been gone for quite some time. As sick as she was of me, I couldn't imagine she'd leave me to suffer without doing anything. I opened my bedroom door and slowly crept downstairs. I could hear a sound coming from the kitchen. A very specific, very peculiar sound repeating at regular intervals. That doesn't sound good. I did my best to sneak over to the doorway and peeked in undetected. Whoa. What I saw was my mom sharpening a kitchen knife. With intense focus. I had no idea what she planned to do with it, but an irrational fear washed over me. I slowly and silently sneaked my way over to the front entrance. And I made sure not a peep could be heard of me until I was outside and away from the house. Don't tell me her mom was gonna kill her.
岸沼くん
Like she'd had enough, huh? Jeez. Yeah, that got real dark real quick. It was a new morning, bright and early. Satoshi called out to me like I was 12 or something. I'd been in this old, cheap, rundown, 2-story apartment building for a long time now. It may have not been much to look at, but I felt it had a certain charm. Who should go to the hospital, the mom or Naomi? I think at this point they both need to go. Jeez. Satoshi was cradling his school bag in his arms as he waited for me in front of my room, the ground floor. The mom. Or mornings when he wasn't waylaid by Yuki, who would always drop by and invite me to walk to school with him. Originally, he was doing it for my own good, as I'd been known to ditch school a lot and he'd figured a friendly offer like this might get my attendance up a little bit. Admittedly, it worked.
Oh.
So he drops by to walk to school with him so he doesn't skip school. Finally made my entrance, or my exit I suppose. And I'm pretty sure Satoshi must have been really confused, as I had on my shoulders one hell of a backpack, boasting a full-on survival kit, provisions, the works. He's going after Ayumi. Yep, Satoshi was confused already.
なんだその荷物 山登りでもするみたいな。
I slowly, carefully lowered the giant backpack on the ground.
いや、ちょっとな。つかお前、いい加減その小学生みたいな呼びかけやめろ。
え？
ま、いいけどよ。俺はちょっと今から出かけっから。そうそう、山登りだ。悪いけど今日は俺休みってことで頼むわ。
They keep lying to each other. Like, this is the problem here.
くそ。まさか昨日、あのまま気を失うとは不覚だった。後頭部打ったのは覚えてるが、目が覚めたら病院とか。何やってんだ俺は。待ってろ篠崎。必ず。
また何か隠して。
あ？
You can't fool Satoshi. I guess I wasn't all that convincing, but even still, I didn't expect Satoshi to see through me so quickly and easily. I stumbled under his glare. It was almost like I'd just been called out by a newborn baby, or like a fawn. Dude was way too innocent for his own good.
こいつの勘の鋭さは半端ねえからな。ほとんどそれだけが取り柄みたいなもんだが、人の悩みとか喜ぶことをすぐに察知しやがる。
Yeah, you've been sharp on a lot of things during this series.
なんだよ言えよ、水臭いな。
ああ、そうだな。
He doesn't want to tell him he's going into the school. Ayumi's face appeared in the back of my mind.
篠崎はサトシたちをもう巻き込みたくないって言ってたしな。だったら言えねえよ。アイコって女とっ捕まえて天神賞にもう一度行く方法を探るなんてよ。
Yes, you can tell him. What?
天神賞と関係あるのか？
Damn, he was on today.
その反応、やっぱりそうだな。
なんでわかった？あ、
I'm terrible at this. I covered my mouth, but it was too late. I had already confirmed it.
そりゃさ、リュックからお札とかいろいろ見えてるしさ。
I did have a lot of talismans with me. I'd brought them at the convenience store. Convenience store talismans. And didn't exactly pack smartly enough to hide them. I was certainly going to win. I wasn't going to win any awards for stealth.
だけど、あそこは崩壊したんじゃ。まさかまだあるのか。
いや、俺らが脱出するとき見た通りだ。あのまま潰れてるだろうよ。
Satoshi stared deeply into my eyes, as if evaluating my answer for any possible deception. This time, it seemed like I succeeded in fooling him.
ふーん。だよな。まあどのみち、もう幸子もいないあの空間にはおまじないも効かないし、行く方法もないけどな。
ああ、 俺は今からちょっと天理症のことで調べもんだ。別に危険なことはねえからよ。
そうか。だったらいいんだけどさ。でも何か行動を起こすなら一人でするなよ。ナオミにも話す。こういうのは何も言われない方が辛いんだ。
He's right. That is not a good feeling. Satoshi, I thought I was in the clear, but Satoshi suddenly got a puzzled look on his face. He reached over to my backpack and pulled out one of the talismans I'd lazily stuck in the front pouch.
こんなもん聞くのか。
He was looking it over like an appraiser or something. Why wouldn't he just leave me alone?
知らねえよ。イワシの頭よりはマシだろ。
I yanked the talisman back out of Satoshi's hand and crammed it into the front pocket of my school blazer.
よしき、たまに昔の人みたいなこと言うよ
せえな。
な。でもな、今日はまず学校に連れてくぞ。
With this, Satoshi grabbed my sleeve.
あ？なんでだよ。
だってお前出席日数足りてないだろ。クオン先生が授業前に朝一で歩行って言ってたんだ。小テストで済むってさ。
知らねえよ。ダブローが何しようがそれどころじゃね
え。そんなにお前が優先するってことは篠崎も関係あるのか。
わ？
Was this guy psychic? He hadn't been wrong all morning.
まあいいや、学校行って聞いてやる。行くぞ。リュックはとりあえず家の中に入れてっと。
It seemed Satoshi wasn't gonna take no for an answer.
おい、サトシ待てて。わかった。いや、いいんだろう、わけよってだから手離せって。はいはい。おい
サトシくん、岸沼くん、おはよ
おはようございます。
ああ。
たった15分の小テストで単位をつけてあげるんだから頑張ってよね、岸沼くん。
ああ。
ヨシキには説明してあります。
大事な用あんのに来てやったんだ。終わったら速攻帰るからな。
偉いわ。じゃあ教室行きましょう。
ここでいい。テスト持ってきてくれ。
Just bring me the quiz.
ヨシキ、無茶言うなよ。
マジでそれどころじゃねえんだよ。俺は行かなきゃならねえとこがあんだ。
I stuck my hand into my pocket and took out a mechanical pencil. If they were gonna force me to do this, I needed to shave off every second I could. As I removed the pencil, the talisman I'd shoved in there earlier fell to the ground.
あら、
早くあのレーグマニアを探し出さねえと。篠崎が。
マニアってもしかして三輪愛子さんのことか？
ああ、そうだよ。
篠崎に何かあったのか？まさか本当に天神症？
ああ、
お前なんでもっと早く言わないんだよ。
お前が聞く耳持たなかったんだろうが、ずるずる引っ張りやがって。
愛ちゃんがどうしたの？天神？
いや、なんでも。
愛ちゃん？
そういえば先生って三輪？
今名前の出た丹羽愛子は私の妹よ。愛ちゃん。
先生、その愛子に会いたいんだけどよ。どこに行けば会えるんだ？
この時間ならやっぱり学校かしらね。昨日の夜様子がおかしかったんだけど。
She's in school. She didn't really seem like a student, did she, Aiko? I thought that was a flashback with her and Naho. I guess, yeah, huh? She is. Now that I think about it.
先生、一緒に住んでるの？
ええ。
俺と篠崎に会った後か。様子がおかしかったって、どうおかしかったんだよ。
私あなたのこと喋ったかも。やだわ。
ああ、他にはねえの？
そうね、思い出してきたわ。何か小さな青い石を2個大事そうに持っていたわ。
それだ。
I feel like Kuan would actually help them if she went to Heavenly Host.
あいつ、もう一組持ってやがったんだな。
Like in a big way.
だがこれはチャンスだぜ。先生、愛子は今日も確かに学校に行ったのか？
愛ちゃんなら昨日の夜深刻な顔をしてお家を出て行って朝まで帰ってこなかったわ。朝ごはんを作って待っていたんだけれど全部私が食べちゃった。
よしき、
先にあの石を一人で使われちまったら篠崎を追う手段がなくなっちまうじゃねえか。よしき、待てよ。
先生ありがとう。よしきは後でまた連れてくるからさ。
Satoshi turned to leave. He caught a glimpse of Nakashima standing on the school roof, on the wrong side of the guardrail, looking tired and worn. Yeah, see, she needs help. Like, something's not right with her. There was no spark in her eyes, no awareness. It looked almost as if she were sleepwalking.
ナオミ、
大
Starting to think she needs an exorcist. I tried to pick myself up and look around. But I could only move my neck. Everything was dark. The only sign of my surroundings was an unpleasant, vaguely organic noise filling my ears. I felt in some way restrained. It's Ayumi, yeah. As my eyes adjusted to the dim light of the room, I could see that I was blanketed by red flesh. It was as if the floor had come to life and was absorbing me into its collective. Yeah, she's stuck in that. She's sinking into that mass. There you go, Ayumi. Crawl out. I focused all my strength and was finally able to break free from my bindings. Bits of red matter flying away from my body as I tore through them to freedom. I was absolutely soaked. However, with a strange fluid and chunks of meat were clinging fast to my skin and clothes. The blanket of flesh on the ground was now bubbling out a murky red liquid from all the spots I'd torn in my escape, as violently as if a faucet had been turned on full. What is that? I was in tears, trying as hard as I could to wipe the viscera from my body. As I watched, however, the chunk I'd been trying to shake free from the back of my hand just dissolved away. Aside from the murmurs of the fresh blanket, the room was deathly silent and lit only by a faint blue glow streaming in from a nearby window. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? An entity resembling my Yumi was charging at me from the depths of the darkness. Come on. It was all in my head, a flashback. She wasn't after me now, but she definitely had been. It was a flashback in her head. That's what I was thinking again. Jeez. I crouched on the floor to gather my thoughts and noticed that my cell phone was lying on the ground beside me. You know, I wonder, like, with Naomi, does she still have some of the darkening in her or something? She's the only one behaving that way. You know? And that wasn't all. The circular design was carved into the floor, perfectly round as if traced by compass, with the fleshy goo I'd been trapped in more or less centered inside.
何これ。
Actually, come to think of it,
さっき確か大きなお化けが斧みたいなものを振り回して。
I checked myself over for injuries. There were none, or at least none caused by an axe.
私どうして助かったのかしら。
I guess I must have skinned my knee when I tripped. If memory serves, and if the floor plan hasn't changed too much, the infirmary should be right here. Maybe I can catch my breath in there for a minute. The hard wooden clops of my footsteps gave way to a softer, squishier series of plops. Then, taken aback by this sudden change, I looked down, terrified at what I might be walking in. As I feared, whatever it was looked awfully biological. Huge swaths of the floor were coated in what looked like internal organs, began swaying and pulsing in a sick rhythm.
さっきから気持ち悪いな。これ何なの？
I raised my foot and found a seaweed-like substance that closely resembled a network of blood vessels stuck to the bottom of my shoe.
以前の天神症にはこんなのなかった。これって何か気持ち悪いものに侵食されているみたい。
I guess we're playing now.
これなんだろう。
It's more of those symbols.
篠崎義恵の家の地下室で見た呪術の道具と似ているけれど少し違う。あれよりも随分悪魔的だわ。なんだろう、見ているだけで恐ろしい。 落ち着くのよ、あゆみ。私のなすべきこと考えるの。ブックオブシャドウズはこの女の子が持っている可能性が高い。そしてこの子は多分ユキちゃん。
It definitely is Yuki.
事情を話せばきっと本を渡してくれる。さっき気を失う前に一瞬あの子を見た気がしたけど、なんだか随分雰囲気が違ってたな。
I should leave a candle here. Maybe Mitsuo will see it. Hopefully, Mitsuo will see it. What are matches? I wonder if there are any nearby. Alright, let's save it. Chapter 3. There's something on the floor. Yeah, bandages. It's another doll as well. We'll leave it here. We're not... I think we're good on the darkening. I can't really tell from the menu, but I think we're good. Succumb to the shock of his spine. Wow. Right. We'll save it one more time. Let's get out of here. This is blood. It's fresh. There should be stairs leading to the 3rd floor. Over that way. Alright. Hopefully we don't see Mayu anymore. The desks have been moved, and the trail continues here. All the monsters have gone upstairs. Is that what she said? Oh no.
お腹が空いた。先生。
どうすればいいの？
Oh.
うまくいかないの。
仕方ない。仕方ない。
These are phantoms. You know what I think these are? I think these are these you remember the red spirits from the past games? That's what I think these are supposed to be. Jeez. Sachiko. What? She saved her. So her spirit is here. It's still here. Yeah. I want to make sure I don't miss anything. Come on. They're gonna make me step in this to get that item. Oh no. That was a dirty trick. Yeah. I'm glad she's okay too. It was good to see her. Never thought I'd say that, huh? Jeez. And she looked different. She looked like... Damn. We're taking a lot. We're taking a bit of damage. There's a wire right here. In her chibi form, yeah. All right, that's enough. If we get hurt again, I'm gonna use some bandages. I don't wanna end up dying. What? What is that that's hurting me? Is that wire I'm walking into? I didn't see one. There's a ghost right there. She must be happy that we appeased her in the first game. No screaming in the reference room. Are you a good ghost? What's back here has nothing to do with you. Leave now. We'll come back there later. I don't know what the deal is with that spirit. We'll come back here. Remember, it did tell us not to examine things more than once because that will increase the darkening. I'm trying to be careful with that. Yep, I'll try to watch it. Uh-oh. The dead end? The bloodstains lead here, which means Yuki is most likely inside. Along with that axe-wielding giant. Mitsuo.
生きてたか、てめえ。
あなたは今どこですか？
なんだっててめえはそう弱えんだ。後悔ばっかりしやがったよ。
If there were a voltage meter attached to me, it would have spiked at that moment. Never before had one person been able to anger me so quickly and effortlessly.
あなたこそ何よ、人のこと放っておいて今どこですかって聞いてるんですけど。
カリカリすんなよ。俺もお前を探してる。そのうち見つかんじゃね？
はあ？何そのいい加減な態度。ここは次元が複雑に絡み合った天神小学校なのよ。会おうと思っても会えないかもしれないのに。
ああ、そうだったな。しかも石は俺が持ってる。このままじゃお前だけ帰れねえってなんだ。んなことよりよ、この涅槃の至るところにある悪魔的な記号を見たか？
見た気がするけど。
あの文字はこの涅槃に潜む何かの力を増幅するもの。
何かって何？文字に意味があるの？
細かいことはまだわからねえが、あれはマルテバの連中が使う黒魔術だ。 こ
Yeah,
の
I don't
学校には何かがいる。
I don't remember how he got her number. This guy is shady.
いいか、必ずまた合流できるはずだ。そうすりゃこのうちでお前も現世に戻れ。
気をつけろって何に気をつければいいのよ。
I redialed the number over and over again, more times than I could count, but Misuto never picked up.
一方的すぎるよ。
Mitsuto.
聖子、元気？よくここでお弁当食べたね。
I held my hand out in front of me, looked down at my phone. All my attention was on the glowing screen. My inbox was filled with old emails from Seiko.
私の時間はずっと止まってるよ。あんたと一緒じゃないと怖くて一歩を踏み出せないよ。
Stretched out beneath my feet, I could see the roof of the connecting corridor on the first floor. This was a 5-story school building. There'd be no surviving from a fall this height.
もう一度顔が見たい。一度でいいの。あんたのこと忘れるなんて。
ナミ！
びっくりした。サトシ、先生。
ナミ！
中島さん。危ない。
What are you doing on the roof? Jeez.
私が飛び降りるかもって。ごめんね。しないよ、そんなこと。
Oh my gosh, this girl, man.
驚いたわ。
何をしてたんだあんなところで。
よく聖子とさ、この柵越えて、ほら、あの配電機の上に寝転がってたの。だからちょっとあの子のことを思い出してたんだ。
そうか。勘違いでよかったよ。
Hopefully it was a misunderstanding.
中島さん、その目どうしたの？これは昨日の夜。見せてみて。
She noticed her eye from all the way over there. My cornea was etched with indistinct white dots. To To the untrained eye, they probably looked like random blisterings, but on closer inspection, one could easily make out that they were actual letters.
これは呪詛の症状じゃない？
先生、霊とか詳しいの？
うちの会社がね、そういうものも扱っているの。昨日の夜どうしたの？
携帯で画像を見てたら急に目に文字が貼り付いたみたいになって。
例の写っている画像とかかな？今ある？
Man, she is good. Spirit photograph. I wasn't sure I was ready to show this strange woman a photo of Seiko, who was by all rights non-existent in the world. I considered it for a moment, but ultimately decided the risk outweighed any possible reward.
いえ、もうありません。
そう。この世のものじゃない存在が写っている画像は悪い影響を及ぼすから保存とかしちゃダメよ。
この世のものじゃない存在か。
Though it's obvious Miss Kuan didn't intend that as an insult, those of us who'd survived Heavenly Host's ordeal couldn't help but have our hearts sink at the harshness of the phrase. Instantly, my depression intensified.
これ目薬よ。それと眼帯。不便でもしばらくつけておくといいね。ただの細菌感染だとすぐ治ってくれるはずだよ。
That's what I was thinking. She's just really depressed. Satoshi's eyes widened as Miss Kuan pulled all manner of shocking objects from her bag, searching for the eye drops and eye patch she apparently had just on hand. She also seemed transfixed by the company logo emblazoned on the side of the bag. PL Promotions.
ありがとう、先生。
中島さん、今日はもう帰った方がいいわ。安静にしていないと余計なものを取り込んでしまうかもしれない。
Miss Kuan clearly knew more than she was letting on. I was a little taken aback by this whole encounter. She looks good with the eye patch. The expression on her face was not that of someone playing around, nor that of a teacher, but of a professional giving a deathly serious prognosis. It reminded me of the look Shinozaki would give whenever she sensed danger. Reading between the lines, it was evident that Miss Kuan's sensitivity to the supernatural was well honed. Satoshi and I were both looking at her somewhat agape, and I think we realized in that moment that this was someone we could trust.
それじゃあ俺送っていきます。
サトシ君は授業があるでしょ。私が送ってくわ。いい？中島さん、一緒にお家に戻ろう。
Favorite night, homie.
いや、
All her power is hidden under that eye patch.
うちは
どうしたんだナオミ？
嫌なの。うちに帰るのだけは
ナオミ。
As Kuon's eyes moved downward a bit, surveying my body. I wasn't sure what she was doing at first, but then I realized she was observing the state of my uniform. Namely, that it was a mess of wrinkles, as if I hadn't changed out of it for far longer than one would expect.
中島さん、あなた家出してきたの？もしかして昨日から？
She is extremely intelligent. Miss Kuon. Very perceptive.
帰ったら怖いんだもの。崩れ打たれる。
I probably sounded like a little girl at the doctor's office, frightened of a needle. This may have been the first time Satoshi realized just how much Seiko's loss still bothered me. I was in shock and denial, and I'd been trying so hard to play it off.
ナオミ。
わかったわ。じゃあ、うちに行きなさい。お家に連絡だけ入れておくわね。カバン取りに一度教室に寄りましょう。じゃあ、サトシくん、今日も授業頑張るのよ。
ナミ。よく休むんだぞ。
うん。
ヨシキは一人で動こうとするし、篠崎も心を痛めていた。ナオミもやはり苦しんでる。このままじゃみんな心が潰れてしまう。なんとかしなくては。ごめん先生。よしき、待ってろ。
This was no time for schoolwork.
きっと丹羽愛子さんに話を聞くために東照学園に行ったに違いない。
いいか水木、お前は特に二人の親友だったから気持ちはわかるが、くれぐれも気を落とすんじゃないぞ。お家の方も捜索願いを出されているし、きっとさえの木も大上もひょっこり帰ってくる。心配はいらないよ。
はい、清水先生。
Oh, it's her again. As soon as the teacher was out of sight, the girl's eyes narrowed. She stared after him with a look of utter contempt. This had to be Magari Mizuki.
大人ってなんでこうバカなのかしら。
She followed this statement with a sigh that seemed to say, I'm so much better than that person. And bingo, her skirt pocket, she withdrew an ever after stone.
気休めで世の中が回るなら誰も努力なんてしないだろう。
She was coyly playing with the stones as she said this, fitting them together in different angles in her hands.
で、お前誰？
She hadn't turned around but somehow seemed to sense my presence. I stepped out from behind the bench into her line of sight. Nagari then flashed me the iciest stare I'd ever seen. I'm not usually intimidated by that sort of thing, but even I had to really make an effort not to look away. She's pretty intimidating, I guess.
なんだこいつ。
What is this person?
ああ、お前マガリってやつだよな。他のやつに聞いたんだけどよ、丹羽愛子やあのナホってのとも仲が良かったって。その石なんで持ってるんだ？それは今丹羽愛子が持っているはずなんだが。
I figured I might as well just jump in the whole hog, but not without bracing myself first. I knew that question couldn't exactly lead me anywhere good. And sure enough, her response was almost immediate.
殺すぞ。
ああ、
詮索したら殺す。これはお前の知ることではない。だから出て行ってくれる？部外者。先生呼ぶわよ。
She certainly wasn't messing around. Nonetheless, I'd come too far to back down now. Despite her threats, I knew I had to keep pushing.
ねえはん、天神所へ行くのか？俺も連れて行ってくれねえか？
は？
今あそこには俺の仲間が。
Before I could get in another word, a giant scythe literally appeared in her hand out of nowhere. And just like that, I couldn't move a muscle. She had me completely restrained.
ほんと殺すから。忘れろ。失せろ。いいの。
The blade glinted majestically in the light of the sun. But as I looked up at it, it was her other hand that really did me in. Using the heel of her palm, she flung me backward with incredible force. There was a loud, sudden metallic sound as my back struck the bench behind me. Her form was unbelievably precise. My momentum caused me to pivot over the desk, pivot over the backrest, and flop down onto the ground. I became acutely aware of every muscle and every bone in my body as a jolt of intense pain fired through all of them. The wind wasn't just knocked out of me, it was obliterated. I gagged and choked for a little while longer, but eventually regained the ability to breathe normally, and with it my composure. I forced myself up, and with some effort, Marguerite was nowhere to be seen.
一体何者なんだ。あいつもあのミストってやつも。
I mean, at least she didn't kill him. I was in a complete daze. I'd always thought of myself as being able to hold my own in a fight. But this was twice now that I'd been laid out with almost no effort.
なんで俺はこうも弱えんだ。
The final way to open this door. Alright, so what's this? This is boys' bathroom. Okay. Hanged and stabbed.
What? なんだろうあのオブジェ。やっぱりこの天神書は以前とは全然違うんだわ。
Outside the window, there was some sort of bizarre statue, clearly visible in the pale blue light.
ゆい先生、鈴本さん、篠原さん、森重くん、いたら私に力を貸して。きっと生き返らせてあげるからね。おなじみでしょ、私のろうそく。私来たよ。
I really wish there was a map or something in this game. You're kind of just on your own, you know? Lost. I guess it's supposed to be that way. You think I don't see you, Tripwire? I see you here. More of these symbols on the wall. Right. It is, yeah. It's actually really fun exploring the school like this. I have no idea where I'm going, but it's fun. Alright, so let's go down here. Main building. Completely dismembered while alive. It's horrible. Okay, I remember this place. This is the entrance. Whoa, fuck. How was I supposed to see that? Look at this, there's a tripwire right here. God. Did you see somebody you don't know in the halls? Somebody who's not your mom or your dad or your teacher? If you see somebody like this, whatever should you do? You should run and call the teacher to come help you. Alright, so this is main building floor 2. Okay, I think I know where I'm at. There should be a candle up here. Yeah. Okay, so made like a mental note of it. Main building floor, hallway floor. Okay. And this is the entrance, I believe. Yeah, so that's the entrance. Let's go up here. I'm not gonna touch that. I got a bad feeling about that. Classroom 6A. Got some bandages. Talisman. Let's get out of here. I think we've been pretty good on our flashlight batteries, huh? Haven't had to use one yet. Oh my god. As I walked down the hallway, I could hear a familiar voice echoing from just around the corner. Running in the direction of the voice, I confirmed what my ears were telling me it was. Shige. What is he doing? His eyes were hollow, His face was frozen in a soul-crushing frown. As he walked, he was holding a cell phone lazily in one hand. His tone of voice was decidedly abnormal. He clearly wasn't in his right mind. And I'm gonna call out to him. You know, he's not in his right mind, but let's call out to him. Sure, why not? He paused mid-Mayu and remained dead silent for a moment. His facial expression changed only slightly, adding the tiniest bit of confusion to his all-consuming sadness. He genuinely seemed stunned to see me. His mouth was agape. I looked deeply into his eyes, trying to find some trace of his former intensity, but the flame had gone out. My vision began to rapidly glaze over as tears swelled in my own eyes. Yeah, we're gonna get away from this guy, Yuki. Hopefully he just walks away. The phone he held in his hand had a cracked screen, upon which nothing was displayed at all. Just white. I couldn't stop crying. But that was his spirit, yeah. He continued to walk onward on his never-ending mission to find Mayu, swaying about in an unstable fashion as he sauntered down the corridor. Jeez. So he's just haunting the halls. His voice is scary. It's alright, he's gone now. He's looking for Mayu. We're safe. Yeah, you're right. That was... Wait, what's this? Uh-oh. Oh, no. We're getting close to dying. Okay, let me see. Real hunger pains, huh?
私の好きないちごミルク蒸しパン。
Strawberry flavored steam bun. Strawberry milk flavored steam bun.
消費期限は明日。大丈夫なのかな。もしかしてミストさんが置いてくれたのかも。匂いも大丈夫そうだし。
Let's we ate it. We ate it. Nom nom.
おいしい。元気出てきた。
All right, apparently it was okay. Yeah. Hey, Ayumi's health has been restored. Nice. Yeah, it's safe. That's not. And we're back to dying again because there was a piano wire. You've got to be kidding me. Damn it. I gotta be careful. I really gotta be careful. These things are everywhere. It's the custodian's office. Who's this? It's a phantom. My body's in the science lab. He has the key. Find him and get it back. Science lab. Key. Maybe how they go to the science lab. I feel like I saw that earlier. Somewhere. Yep, flashlight died. Alright, so we need the batteries. Oh, that's cool. She's using her cell phone. You see that? Like a cell phone light. Why do we need batteries then? Right. I'm gonna try and be careful, like super careful. The light helps me see if there are tripwires anywhere. I also don't want to waste it though, you know. We've been down this area before, so I think we're good to keep the light off for now. want to talk to this spirit that's over here. Get out of the way. You met him, didn't you? Fine, I'll let you pass. You can even have the key. Okay. What? She guarding his body? The corpse seems to be holding something. Alright, so we got the lab key. I gotta remember where the science lab is, though. Bled out after losing an intense fight. Came to eliminate the person who knew too much. What the heck happened? Alright, so this is main building, 3rd floor. I think the science lab was on 2nd floor. It was locked before when we ran into it. Main building 2. I think it's on this floor, actually. But it's... Is this it? Damn it. This is it, yeah. Lab key. How's our health looking? It's not bad. It's not bad. You know, it's funny. When I first started playing this, I was thinking to myself, like, these things are pretty easy to dodge, these obstacles. And here I am, running into them. The way they're placed, you can barely see them. Oil lamp obtained. What's that for?
のゴミも連れて帰れクズが。見ず知らずの方。ああ、助けてくださってありがとうございます。今の人、私の学校にまで押しかけてくる困ったお客さんで。しかみそぎだよ。涅槃に行く前に2、3人殺しておきたかった。
うん。
バカな子ね。お前が逃がしたあいつの代わりにお休みするか。
Jeez. This girl's strength is unbelievable. That's twisted.
汚い声。
You got to be kidding me.
萌え萌えパワーでハピハピになーれ。つまんない。やっぱ殺すなら張り合いのあるやつだよね。あのビルの屋上ですごい対決したけどね。
She fought Naho. That's interesting.
最悪なナホちゃん、私が殺したかったな。
Marguerite flipped open her phone, which displayed as its wallpaper a photograph of Naho. She has Naho as her wallpaper on her phone. This girl is intense. Wow, okay. But Naho's face had become a bit darker, a bit less distinct than the last time she'd seen it.
待ってよ、存在まで消え始めてるじゃない。もうムカつく。
Wait, now she is starting to fade?
あいつが死んでから人殺す気見えてきたんだよ。くっそ。
That's some delayed reaction. She...
観念してそろそろ行くか。篠崎あゆみもいい加減熟してきてるっしょ。なんだっけ、会場には涅槃よ、死人を迎え。
Kishinuma.
なんだお前。
She's actually blushing. Do you see that? I didn't expect to see that.
篠崎がなんだってこの野郎。
離せ、殺すぞ。何触ってんだよ。
向こうにいたらいくらでも謝ってやらさっさと飛べ
I'll apologize after we get there.
うおー
Alright, Kishinuma. Alright, let's get out of here. Yeah, she definitely wasn't used to being touched before. You could tell that surprised her. Alright, so where do we go now? Let's see. We got the science key. We got the alcohol. What's this? Trying to be careful as I walk. Oh. Should save it actually. Wait. Second floor. This was the reference room. Okay. Alright, this is main building. What room is this? Someone's locked. Alright, this hallway looks familiar. This was Morishige was up here. Okay, I remember. Morishige was up here. Oh my God, are you kidding me? This one's locked. That's room 4A. Did we examine his body already? Kind of glad we're not being chased right now. Well, I'm trying to figure out the layout of this place. I almost got it memorized though. Let's see if I'm right. This should be... Yeah, 3A. This is 3A. That means the one next to it is 2A. That's 2A. It's 1A. One C. Was this here before? This hole in the wall? I guess we can't go inside the hole in the wall. I'm missing something. Luckily, that doesn't hurt us too much. Use the matches and alcohol lamp. Yes. If someone's coming, I have to hide. Looks like the girls' bathroom. I peeked out from the entrance as stealthily as I could. Fortunately, there was no sign of anyone. I removed a plastic bottle from my bag and chugged its contents. It's like I'm drawn to creepy bathrooms. Ugh. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? The door was no longer there. It was literally just an image painted on the wall now. Wait, the room's filling up. What?
お姉ちゃん。私の方に泳いできて。
Sachiko.
こっち。こっちだよ。
Oh god. She saved her. She let her out of that blood. Oh, it's Yuki up there.
ゆきちゃん。あなたに会いたかったの。元気だった。
Does she remember us?
幽霊に元気っていうのもおかしいかな。ゆきちゃんの手にあの本は。
A large tome is being cradled against Yuki's side. So she does have the book.
ゆきちゃん、私その本が必要でね、また来たんだ。それ見せてもらっていい？
I reached out slowly and gently, hoping she'd hand me the Book of Shadows instead. She quickly hid her hands behind her back, grimoire and all.
その本、あなたにも大事なものなのかな。
What? I thought for a moment that I caught a slight smirk on Yuki's face. Then with a crash, the heavy hardcover book broke through the window behind her and fell outside. She threw it outside. I instinctively ran over to the window, but obviously couldn't have caught it in time. I looked down though, and I saw the school's courtyard directly below. The book was in there somehow, somewhere, but I couldn't distinguish it from anything else through the veil of darkness.
なんてことするの、ゆきちゃん。ゆきちゃん、ちょっと変わった。
Here, how are you doing? It's good to see you. Alright, let me see. Alright, so we got a board. We'll have to use this for something. I guess we'll use it here.